What's up, team? Welcome to the Huddle, your weekly playbook where we strategize not only playing the game, but changing it. We're here to master the fundamentals of the craft and distinguish ourselves in the marketplace. We're here to give the installer a voice and ensure that you're equipped with everything you need. Let's start a new legacy in flooring. Welcome to the Huddle. On site today from FCICA CFI Convention, we got Ben. I join him tomorrow morning, but unfortunately today we're going to be missing our staples for the Huddle. Daniel and Jose, they are out on site installing some floors, I believe, and they may chime in and talk a little trash on the on the chat. We'll find out. But Ben, how's it going? How was your trip down?
Well, it was a good trip. I left at the crack of dawn this morning around 6 a.m. Got here around 1 p.m. Flights were good. Everything actually worked out pretty well. Got all the Go Carrera gear here with me, and looking forward to having a great time over the next few days.
Sweet. So
nobody's gonna hate the weather here, that's for sure. It's bright, sunshiny, a little warm, but beautiful, perfect pool weather. I think probably a lot of people are out there right now.
Awesome. Well, you guys come join us this week at the Orlando convention. We are at, look at our cohort, Mr.
You're tuning into the Huddle. How's it going, Ben?
Good.
All right. Hey,
Mr. Jorge, what's up, brother? How you doing?
How are things going so far?
Everything's good. We had our two, we had NFIC and UniClick today, so we're just finishing up with that, and we got a lot more to go as far as meetings and invitations. Board meetings are going on. I should be there, but I'm here with the Huddle because I needed to check you out.
First things first.
Awesome. Well,
I saw you out at the pool, or at least I saw on social media you were out at the pool.
Yeah, the pool's one thing that I need to get on because I never take advantage of it. So you got to unwind every once in a while and just take a little dip.
For sure.
Nice.
Well, it's good to see you. We'll be, I'm sure, checking in with each other for the next few days. Paul gets here tomorrow around noon, so we'll all get together then.
Can't wait to see you guys.
All right, buddy.
Tomorrow, all right? We'll see you.
Adios. See you, brother.
So we'll see, there's, action all around. People are getting settled in. I think most people have gotten here today. Like he said, there's been a couple of training sessions earlier today, and right now the board meetings are in progress. So it quieted down just a little bit because of that, I think.
Makes sense. So what have you had a chance to talk to anybody? A lot of times we'll grab some people and have them join in. So I'm glad Jorge came and said hi to everybody. Have you had any discussions about the event itself, how it's being attended, that kind of information?
So I have. I've talked to some leaders of both CFI and FCICA, and I guess the general feeling that everybody's talking about is that this partnership meeting really works out. This is the second time it's happened this way, and no one said this to me as a policy statement, but the feeling I'm getting is that everybody's very glad it's happening. On one side, you got all the people who have the work, on the other side, the people that do the work, and this meeting really gives a chance to build those kinds of relationships to make our industry function better and to make sure that it's winning for all sides, and everything from the owner and the consumer back to our own industry, and just making sure that installers are getting what they need out of the deal, and that flooring companies are making their own way too. And I think leaders of both organizations seem to feel like this meeting is instrumental in making that happen.
Yeah, I mean, previous years it's been really either just CFI or FCICA, and last year when they came together, I loved it. I really thought it was awesome, and I got a lot of good feedback from everybody. So, it's not surprising to me that leadership feels that way. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you and I were here last year, and we both felt like we got just a lot more value for our money than it if it had just been one side or the other. I think it's really efficient for vendors to the trade to, to have this opportunity to meet up with everybody in one place.
Yeah. Our preferred flooring, Jose and Daniel, won't be able to make it this year, so it's going to be a little bit different. I haven't been to a conference without those guys in a long time, so but kudos to them on all their success and moving forward.
Last year and this year, I love I love these things, these zips, and I know you like them a lot too. And the one they gave us last year was a really good one. And let's look at what we're getting this year. It's a jacket instead, but it's a little bit lighter weight. I think it fits the weather perfectly, and it just looks fantastic. So we're going to be looking sharp as well.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
it looks like some good golf attire right there. Well, if you guys are out and about and you can make it over to hang out at the convention, if you've not signed up, I am sure they'll figure out a way. But if you're in the Orlando area, I know there's been a lot of outreach. Come by, check it out, and come see us. If you are planning on being at the convention, we'll be at the trade show with Go Carrera, there to answer any questions, talk about Go Carrera Core, as well as our newest initiative, which is Jumpstart. Jumpstart being a single location where both companies and subcontract installers can find good helpers. Coming straight out of schooling, they've got some knowledge, they've got some desire to be in the industry, and our goal with Jumpstart is make that connection easy, allow companies and flooring installers to facilitate an interview and the hiring process, and allow you guys to get these guys put to work and help improve our industry in a real way by putting the newly trained to help, and we'll call them digital apprentice people, getting them to work. So Ben, tell me a little bit about the speaking of the trade show that we'll be at tomorrow afternoon, and how many vendors are present at the trade show?
When Jen Zern and I were talking earlier, she really kind of focused in on the trade show. And first of all, 70 vendors, which is 20 more than last year. 20 more.
Wow.
So a huge increase. And they've extended the trade show hours for both tomorrow and Thursday, so there'll be more opportunities for everybody to chat. I think that makes sense to extend the hours since there's so many more vendors, to talk to. So I think that'll be a big plus. Tomorrow night, the dinner is in the trade show. So I've been to other trade shows where they did it that way, and I always like it because people, it kind of gets a little more social, a little bit less structured, and people kind of let their hair down some, and you end up having more productive conversations, I think, when the social stuff and the work stuff is combined like that. So 70 vendors, 20 more than last year, extended hours, better networking opportunities. The dinner is going to be right there in the trade show. So a lot of good stuff.
I like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the dinner at the trade show too. People tend to congregate around food and have meaningful conversations. So it's pretty cool. What about attendance? How's attendance expected to be this year?
The show has grown from last year, 360 registrants to date, and everybody's happy with that. Good attendance, and a couple more things that Jen really focused in on. One is Shaw and Mohawk are again the two platinum sponsors, and she said just every year those guys continue to extend their support and find new ways to help make this successful. So Shaw and Mohawk have, really stepped up to the plate, and I know everybody in the industry appreciates that. When you talked about Jumpstart a while ago, this is the thing that really, jumped out in my mind, and that is training. And training is a focus here at this conference, and more than ever. And I'm not sure what you think about this, Paul, but to me, it seems like our industry is focused more on training and devoting more resources to training than certainly more than any time I've ever known about in my 12 years in the flooring industry. And you've got a lot longer experience than that. I'm curious if you agree.
I do. I think that the industry is realizing, and I won't say too late, but certainly right on time.
Not too early.
Yeah, like that we've got to get some influx and some inflow of new people and have them people those new that new blood in the industry to get with some of the outgoing great installers this industry has produced, and those craftsmen passing on their knowledge to the next generation is so important. And so I think training is a part of that. I see a lot of new like training entities, as well as more people getting involved in training. It's more of a topic than I've ever remembered it being. And there's just some great ambassadors out there for teaching the new blood coming into the industry. And I can't thank the FCEF and CFI enough for kind of leading the charge, and other entities out there like AFT and Robert Varden and what they're doing, and Flooring Basics with Mark Farnsworth, and just all these people jumping in to do something. There's so much that needs done that there's no room for just one entity to handle it all. In my opinion, we have to like open up the floodgates, which is what we did with Jumpstart. Jumpstart used to have some shackles on it, and our new resurgence of that is removing all the shackles. So you don't have to be a member of Go Carrera to hire off a Jumpstart. Any installer in the industry, you don't need to join Go Carrera. You can get a subscription to Jumpstart for $99 a year, and peruse the new blood and hire some people. Get to conference. I can't say that enough. I think that this last block of episodes we've done on the Huddle, I probably haven't mentioned it enough on how important it is to get involved in the industry and get out and get to know new people. That's where I've met many good friends in this business. And yeah, I would have to agree with you. Training has kind of risen to the top as both a topic and an initiative in the industry.
When I was running sort of a small, mid-sized commercial flooring contractor for about 10 years, hiring people was the hardest thing, and hiring people who actually worked out was the hardest thing. And I did not even aspire to finding new folks with some training. That was just beyond anything I thought that could happen. And now with Jumpstart, though, we are bringing those kinds of opportunities to people, both flooring companies who hire employers, or for them to make sure their installers who hire employees know that they can actually get people headed down the apprenticeship path who have 2, 5, 10 weeks of basic training under their belt. So they've made that commitment to their career. And you also know that they're not walking out there not knowing how to read a tape measure, for example. They've got some basic skills that are going to give them a huge head start. So I think with Jumpstart sort of bridging that gap between all these new training opportunities, and with the huge number of jobs that we know are out there and are coming, that Jumpstart's really hitting it at the right time. So I know we're going to be talking about Jumpstart all week, and maybe I'm just kind of practicing on that a little bit right now. But I think it's really the big step that needs to be taken.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and another big step is like, the existing installers in the industry getting involved in the industry. I think that's important. Get involved with your local chapters at CFI. I know that Roland has done a lot of work on that. I think we bring that up pretty often here on the Huddle. But that's getting involved on a local kind of grassroots level with training and sharing of ideas, and then getting to a conference, whether it's FCICA and CFI's conference, or getting to surfaces, or any of these opportunities to get to know some other installers. One of the big things is if you're wanting to grow in anything you do, any profession, the best thing you could do is get to know people who have done what you want to do in that profession. So if you're wanting to build a flooring company and you're wanting to get off your knees, get around people who've done that. I'm happy to talk to people. In fact, I've mentored many guys in this regard. Is if you're wanting to start your own flooring company and kind of get your wheels turning and get first steps, I'm happy to chat with you. So is Daniel and Jose. They've had those same conversations, and you'll find multiples of those people. I mean, you've done it, Ben, as well. You went through that. Or if you're just wanting to build one of the larger labor shops and be a labor provider or be a successful subcontractor, many people out there. Jorge was on earlier, and he's very successful subcontractor, does very well for himself, found his niche and knocks it out of the park. And those are the types of caliber of people you'll get to know when you get to conference. So, today is really a little bit of a shorter version. I just wanted to kind of show people what CFI and FCICA have put on. Would you be able to just kind of give us a 360 of the atmosphere there? I know it's died down because there's a lot of board meetings, but
so things have definitely quieted down. If you go up those stairs and go to the left, that's where all the training sessions are. A whole bunch of signage there at the top of those stairs. And then, over here, you can see all the seminars and workshops that are happening over the next couple of days. People are still getting registered and getting all their cool swag over at the registration desk. This is a big place. I think there's something like 800 or 900 rooms here probably. And so 360 people doesn't fill it up, but we're sure filling up this part of it, and it's just a little bit quieter right now because of all the meetings that are going on.
Any seminars or breakout sessions or anything that come to mind that you're kind of excited about? Have you had a chance to look at any of the?
Well, for me,
the different seminars,
the training or the networking sessions are always probably top of mind. But tomorrow, for example, people are going to be learning how to install modular products. There's also a contract session that's one of the things you taught me, Paul, that all contracts are not created equal, and having an understanding of the contract between the installer and the flooring contractor, or between the flooring contractor and the GC, really does make understanding that and being able to negotiate those things effectively changes your whole company. And so there's a seminar on that.
Is Jeff doing that one?
Yeah. So Sloan Bailey is doing it. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And I met him last year, and he's clearly an expert on the subject. No question about it.
Yeah, that's another great thing you guys get when you go to conferences. These are trainings put on by world-class people that you get to benefit, whether it's contract reading, hand skills. I know there's a various number of manufacturer product demonstrations and all of this going on.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to talk about product demonstrations. That's the other element of the trade show, both inside the trade show and I think in some other rooms as well. But focus on inside the trade show. There's going to be product demos going on pretty much the whole time. So, these things do not stay the same. Even in my 12-year history in flooring, products have changed dramatically, even in that small amount of time. And coming to these conferences really gets you ahead of the game. And these opportunities to use these new products and to use them effectively. And to use them to make money.
Well, like Daniel just chimed in, probably from a job site at the moment, but he said lots to learn, and certainly is. And the cool thing is those are often the stepping stones to take you to the next level where you're wanting to be. Whether it's product knowledge or learn how to read a contract. That's one of the things that I talk to guys who want to get out on their own, is that you're now falling under the flooring company's contract that you are doing. So if you go do a project for a flooring contractor, it behooves you to ask them about the contract and what are the terms and conditions that you as the installer are going to fall under. So all that kind of stuff is just knowledge that's invaluable, and you get it for free. And a lot of these people, if you were to sit across the desk from them, would charge you $350 an hour to tell you this.
That's the thing, right? I mean, one of the ways to really leverage your training dollars or your own development dollars is to come to conferences like this, because like you just said, I mean, you get access to these industry leaders and very experienced people, and you can pick their brain for free instead of paying a big dollar amount hourly. So it's a huge way to get the most out of your development budget, I think. Additionally, there's estimating. Kathy Case is going to be here on Thursday, and she'll be talking about estimating, and she's certainly an industry leader there. Blueprint reading, another, also Kathy with some partners. So there are hand skills seminars and training, and there are also estimating and administrative and office skill kind of training. So here, because of this partnership, you really kind of get it all.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And you were there early enough. Did you kind of touched on it there for a minute, but you were there probably early enough to kind of get a feel for the energy in the building. Does it feel like you said, everybody's excited for this year's convention?
Yeah, people are happy, and I really like to see, like, Jorge. I saw it on Facebook where he was getting some pool time yesterday, and there is nothing wrong with that. I think that who knows who you might have met at the pool that helps him career wise, and on top of that, it gives you a chance to kind of slow things down a little bit. The energy is good. I think people are here to both to learn and to have a good time. So I think it's going to be a great few days. With the have a good time part, I'm certainly old enough, and probably a lot of our listeners are old enough to remember Cheers. And so the Thursday night celebration dinner, the whole theme is Cheers and sports bars.
That's cool.
A whole bunch of different, kind of games that you'd find at sports bars. People are going to be playing that and get some Cheers themed stuff going along with it.
That's cool. All right. Well, guys, get out to the convention. This one in particular is very installer focused. And so for the installers that watch us on a week in and week out basis, the getting out there it's fun. I'd love to meet people. I'll probably go live a few times while I'm there on the Huddle's Facebook page, as well as Go Carrera's Facebook page, and kind of show you guys some stuff that's going on out there live. Hopefully bring some of the convention to your fingertips and give you a little bit of the experience. And of course, I'd love to meet you in person. So with that, we're going to cut this. We're going to cut this a little shorter than normal, and come out and see Ben and I at the convention and at the trade show. We're going to, Daniel says hi to everybody, and he's sorry that they are going to miss. I think they're sorry they're missing maybe the Huddle as well as the convention, or one or the other.
To be fair, these events are really not quite the same when Daniel and Jose are not here with lit up backpacks and everything else that they table. So that will be something we'll all miss for sure. But
we're definitely going to miss you guys. Well, hey, man, thank you, everybody, for joining us. And thank you to all of our sponsors. We didn't have a sponsorship video this week, but just a special shout out to Floor Cloud. And wanted to Paul and Kevin holding down the fort. Yes, we will. And we are still going to miss you guys. We hope that maybe you can jump on a few of the lives and get a feel. That being said, everybody, have a great week. We'll catch you guys next week. We're committed to being here, bringing you industry news with the Blue Collar Cruise, bringing you on location when we're at convention, and then our weekly topics, mentioning topics. If you're catching us on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, leave us a comment about any topics that you'd like for us to dive into, get deep on, do research on. We have a good research team that can really find some, answers to our questions. And with that being said, we'll catch you guys next week. And Ben, I'll see you tomorrow around noon, sir.
Safe travels.
All right. Thank you.